I want you to take a look at this video.
I've never been anywhere like this before.
That was TikToker Jude Summer taking his paddleboard 10 miles offshore, crazy, to a nearby wind farm. I find that video to be extremely unsettling. In fact, I feel like I've always had this kind of weird phobia about wind turbines, and have come to find out it's actually somewhat common. But the question is, why? I've been pondering it for a while now, and I think the answer lies somewhere between existential dread and primal fear. Let's talk about it. Alright, first of all, let's talk about megalophobia. I think I'm saying that right. Megalophobia is the irrational fear of large objects. Common triggers include skyscrapers, large vehicles, your mama, and of course, wind turbines. Which makes sense, the things are massive, with the tallest ones being nearly 500 feet. On top of that, they're mostly placed in empty landscapes where there's nothing to scale them down. Symptoms of megalophobia can include nausea, dizziness, sweating, and panic attacks. Now, phobias exist on a spectrum, so for most people, including myself, it generally presents itself as just kinda feeling uneasy or creeped out, I guess. It's not known exactly what causes megalophobia, although there are some theories. Some psychologists propose that megalophobia could be caused by past traumatic experiences with large objects. So I don't know, maybe like the wind turbine kind of reminds you of your dad a little bit, I think is what they're saying. I, however, as just some guy, subscribe to the belief that most likely it's just our monkey brain doing monkey brain stuff. Like, hey, that thing is humongous, perhaps it might be dangerous to me. However, with the case of wind turbines specifically, I suspect that the fear goes a little bit deeper. You see, while researching this video, I began to notice a pattern. To me, it seems like there's a specific flavor of megalophobia that wind turbines fit into. I call it industrial megalophobia. Pretty smart, I know. Now again, just some guy here, but it seems to me like within a lot of the forums surrounding megalophobia online, there seems to be a common theme of large industrial objects. Things like this rocket on the highway, this gigantic boat, and of course, wind turbines. To me, and I would assume to others as well, it seems like there's a specific uneasiness when it comes to these examples, compared to something like, let's say, a giant rock. And I suspect it has to do less with our monkey brains and more with the human in our brains. Drama! Now, on a surface level, I would assume this is because industrial infrastructure can often look alien or foreign, maybe something our brains aren't really used to seeing. I mean, wind turbines definitely fit that bill, but I think there's more to it. I believe that industrial megalophobia might come from some kind of societal, subconscious fear we have of advancing technology. In other words, I think that when you get uneasy at the sight of a wind turbine or a giant ship or missile silo or whatever, there's really some deep subconscious process going on in your mind. It's saying, this ain't right, man. The world is changing relentlessly and at an immense pace, and there's nothing that I can do about it. And yeesh, ugh. These gigantic and alien-like structures are just a staunch reminder of that fact. I think there's something there, personally. I mean, maybe I'm definitely looking too deep into it. To add to and support my theory, I present to you Siren Head. For those of you who don't know, Siren Head is a fictional character created by Trevor Henderson in 2018. Its appearance is that of a 40-foot tall humanoid siren pole thing. I believe that this character is somewhat of a manifestation of the societal fear we have of technological advancement. I mean, I'm no anthropologist, but come on. Siren Head is literally industrial infrastructure personified who eats people and is a monster. I mean, I think that's interesting. Okay, so maybe it seems like my fear of wind turbines comes from some subconscious feeling of fear towards technology. Or whatever. But what if it goes even deeper than that? Bro, talk about the sublime. We're far from monkey brain territory now. We're not in Kansas anymore, dude. I don't even know what to tell you. What the? For those of you who don't know, the sublime is this concept in philosophy describing an experience of greatness that evokes a mixture of awe, terror, and wonder, often found in nature or art. Very artsy-fartsy, I know. In other words, it's basically this idea that certain things are so overwhelming and massive and just hard for us to comprehend that it hits us with this feeling of beauty and awe and fear all at once. Like, damn. Examples of this include massive mountain ranges, stormy seas, and vast night sky. That one is oof. Oof. And I think this is the feeling we get when we see these man-made megastructures, to a degree. On one hand, wind turbines are a symbol of human ambition and ingenuity. On the other hand, they remind us how small, stupid, and insignificant we are. They're hope for the future while also reminding us that the future is coming whether we like it or not. And that tension just creates this crazy existential fear and wonder, I guess. But I'm definitely, honestly, I'm just looking too deep into it. I think I kind of lost the plot. with this one. Okay, bye.